Hello, boys and girls. We are looking at Frog and Toad Are Friends, Part C, Lesson 16.3. Let's go ahead and dive right in. We can go ahead and say our morning greeting. I am kind. I am smart. I am loved. I am important. I believe in myself. I can do anything. Class mission statement. Let's go ahead and say that our mission is to always help others, to try even when it's hard, to be kind to each other, and to be kind to ourselves. For question check-in, let's make sure that those listening ears are turned on. You can show me that your eyes are on my screen. You can hold up cactus hands for me and show me that you are not holding any toys, pencils, markers, anything that could distract you, and go ahead and wave good morning to each other. You can put your hands down and take a deep breath. Go ahead and let that breath out. Are you going to give this lesson your absolute best? Give me 2 thumbs up. Fantastic. Remember that we are recording every lesson that we have here so that you can go back and watch the lesson again if you need to. And don't forget about our classroom rules. Our lesson goals for today are: I can listen to short stories from the book Frog and Toad Are Friends. I can learn new words. I can use my prior knowledge to help me make predictions about a story. And I can give reasons for characters' actions and feelings. So in today's lesson, we are going to read the final story in Frog and Toad Are Friends called The Letter. But before we read, let's talk about how prior knowledge from other stories can help us make predictions in a new story. Prior knowledge is what we already know about something, so we can use that prior knowledge to make a prediction. That's a guess about what might happen in a story. The information that we've learned from reading stories that are similar to a new story can help us make those predictions. For example, we know a lot about the characters Frog and Toad because we've read stories about them. Our prior knowledge about Frog and Toad will help us make predictions about these characters in a new story. So based on what you know about Frog and Toad, do you predict that they will be nice to each other or mean to each other in a new Frog and Toad story? What do you think? So we can predict they're going to be nice to each other, right? Because they're always helping each other. When one of them is sick, they take care of the other. When one of them needs to get out of bed, the other one gently and kindly encourages them to get out of bed. They are best friends who always try to help each other. They treat each other nicely. I know this because of the stories that I read because of my prior knowledge. So I could predict that they will be nice to each other in the story, The Letter. What predictions can you make about the story, The Letter? So just from looking at this first page, the title, what do you think it's going to be about? Let's see if your predictions are correct at the end of the story. So we'll go ahead and read the story. The Letter. Toad was sitting on his front porch. Frog came along and said, "What is the matter, Toad? You are looking sad." "Yes," said Toad, "this is my sad time of day. It is the time when I wait for the mail to come. It always makes me very unhappy." "Why is that?" asked Frog. "Because I never get any mail," said Toad. "Not ever?" asked Frog. "No, never," said Toad. "No one has ever sent me a letter. Every day my mailbox is empty. That is why waiting for the mail is a sad time for me." Frog and Toad sat on the porch, feeling sad together. Then Frog said, "I have to go home now, Toad. There is something that I must do." Frog hurried home. He found a pencil and a piece of paper. He wrote on the paper. He put the paper in an envelope. On the envelope he wrote, "A letter for Toad." Frog ran out of his house. He saw a snail that he knew. "Snail," said Frog, "please take this letter to Toad's house and put it in his mailbox." "Sure," said the snail, "right away." Then Frog ran back to Toad's house. Toad was in bed taking a nap. "Toad," said Frog, "I think you should get up and wait for the mail some more." "No," said Toad, "I am tired of waiting for the mail." Frog looked out of the window at Toad's mailbox. The snail was not there yet. "Toad," said Frog, You never know when someone may send you a letter. No, no, said Toad. I do not think anyone will ever send me a letter. Frog looked out of the window. The snail was not there yet. But Toad, said Frog, someone may send you a letter today. Don't be silly, said Toad. No one has ever sent me a letter before, and no one will send me a letter today. Frog looked out of the window. The snail was still not there. Frog, why do you keep looking out of the window? Asked Toad. Because now I am waiting for the mail, said Frog. But there will not be any, said Toad. Oh, yes, there will, said Frog, because I have sent you a letter. You have, said Toad. What did you write in the letter? Frog said, I wrote, Dear Toad, I am glad that you are my best friend. Your best friend, Frog. Oh, said Toad, that makes a very good letter. Then Frog and Toad went out onto the front porch to wait for the mail. They sat there feeling happy together. Frog and Toad waited a long time. 4 days later, the snail got to Toad's house and gave him the letter from Frog. Toad was very pleased to have it. All right, guys, take a quick brain break, and then you can grab something to write on, something to write with. I'm going to ask you a question after that and check your understanding. So, learning coaches, you can take a picture of your student's answer choice and send it to me on Class Dojo or email so that your student receives credit for watching this recording. All right, boys and girls, assuming you are back from your brain break, ready to answer the question. My question for you is, it says, we can learn about characters by thinking about their actions and their feelings. Why does Frog decide to write a letter to Toad? A, he wants to make Toad feel sad. B, he wants to make Toad feel better. Or C, he wants to cause trouble. Pause this recording, write your answer choice down, take a picture of that and send it to me, and then you can press play to reveal the correct answer and check your work. The correct answer is B. He wants to make Toad feel better because our predictions were that Toad and Frog are going to be kind to each other, right? And that kind of helped us to answer the question, why does he want to write him a letter? He wants to make Toad feel better. Next question for you guys. Why does Toad feel happy at the end of the story? A, he was moving. B, he ate food. Or C, he received a letter from his best friend. The correct answer is C, he received a letter from his best friend. Great work, everyone. Let's review what we learned. We listened to the short story, The Letter, from the book Frog and Toad Are Friends. We learned new words. We used prior knowledge to help us make predictions about the story, and we gave reasons for characters' actions and feelings. You guys did such a great job today. You may log off, and I'll see you next time. Bye.